setting up fashion business is what we want to talk about today. You want to set up your fashion home. You want to run a fashion business. What are the things that we expect of you? Now, what informed this is that lately I've been going for students' business lunch and I found out that they are getting it wrong. They're actually getting it wrong. From the launching, it is wrong. But a student got it right because she consulted before she launched her business. And we are looking at what you need. First, let's concentrate on what you need to know when setting up a fashion business. The fashion industry, as you know, is very big, very big. So you need to have an idea which of the sector you are going into. You need to decide. You cannot be jack of all trade. And even if you want to be jack of all trade, you need to take them a step at a time. You cannot just launch into every sector of the fashion industry at the same time. No, it's a no-no. It will crash. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that it is going to crash. So you need to be able to start them one at a time. That is, if you decide you want to do all, you want to go into all of them. I won't advise that, but that will be your own story. So first, you need an idea of what you want, the sector you want to service. Now let's take a case study that you want to go into the sewing, that's the sewing and designing aspects. Okay, so you need to know what age brackets you need to service. Okay, because if you want to service the young, the old, the not so young, the not so old, that would be a little bit too much to take in at a time. So we are saying that if you are setting up a fashion business, you need to have a defined idea on what sector you need to service. Then we are looking at, you might need to get some basic sewing tubes. Usually what I like about this sector is that you might actually can buy them ahead even before you launch your business. We're going to be talking about business launch very soon, when you actually want to launch out, what we expect. But today we are looking at in the process of setting it up, things that you should do. One of them is getting your sewing tubes, your equipment ready. You need to start you don't need to wait for one big auntie, one mommy, one daddy to give you millions of naira to start with. Then you go into the market and start buying everything. Well, if that is your story, congratulations. But that will not be everybody's story. We need you to start buying your iron. You need to buy your table, build your table, work with a carpenter to get you your cutting table, your ironing table, your storage cupboard, storage facility like cupboards. Then we also need what is it called, ironing, like I see. You need your iron, you need your sewing machine, of course. You can usually I would advise you start with the manual. It's an advice you need to take. Some persons will tell you, no, I have to start with the industrial. My challenge with industrial machines and not having manual is that, looking at Nigerian system, yes, you can have generator as a backup, but if power fails you, you might need to finish a project, and if you don't have a standby generator with an industrial machine, you might not be able to move. So usually we advise you start buying your sewing tubes by first getting that manual. It has saved me a lot of time. It has saved me time without number. Then we are looking at space. Let's look at space and location. Let's look at location first. You are launching out and you are looking at your space, your location. For me, location is an important factor. Even though, yes, you can beat it. You can stay somewhere very, somewhere very remote, and people will still come looking for you. But if you have a competitor that is in a good location, you might not be able to compete with that person. But if your story is that since I will advise people to start start from somewhere and you have your room, you can start there. Thank God for the internet and digital age, where you can reach people even so far off from you in your bedroom. So your space. So while buying your sewing tool, you also have to put into consideration your space, your location. Don't just rule that out. If you are working from your room, that's your story. Most of us, a lot of people started from their bedroom, and they started with family and friends. That's a story for another day. Starting with family and friends. We're going to be looking at workroom essentials next week. Workroom essentials.